you've told me so many times that like one of your favorite scenes that you guys have ever done was where you and Kayla were dancing, and now that Kayla and Elise are back on set, have you gotten to work with them at all? Is it nice having them back?
It's awesome having Kayla and Melise back. I got to do one scene with Melise, but she was a ghost. Mm-hmm. So she was kind of there, but she kind of wasn't there.
You kind of didn't get
because
to interact
she's standing
much.
right there, and I'm looking for her, you know, which is pretty fun. It's really great having them back. Yeah, man, I remember that. That was such a great episode, dancing around in my underwear with Kayla Ewell. Where did those days go for Damon? You know? Where did those days go?
He fell in love, and it was all doom and gloom from there on
Kevin, Julie. But, you know, and the other thing, too, about having them back is the effect, you know, the ripple effect that they have on all the other characters and sort of what it means. And it's awesome. It's like, you know, it's like the little families getting back together.
It's funny because in the first season, I remember you and I just saw each other at the Teen Choice Awards, and I remember that in the first season you were nominated as Best Villain, and then this year Joseph Morgan was nominated as Best Villain.
Because he got all the good lines.
It's for sure.
That's why.
But definitely Damon is no longer really the villain character. What do you think it is about
He's definitely
Damon
no longer the villain
that keeps him from going over the edge into that like Klaus level of bad?
Elena.
But I mean, even before Elena, like he wasn't that bad, right?
What are you talking about? He was fucking brutal. He was awful. He did things. You know, a cat plays with a mouse, mm-hmm. and then it'll wound it, and then watch what happens when it's wounded. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, do you not, in the pilot or in the first episode, where I think it was even in the pilot, where the campers, Damon took their keys mm-hmm. and hung this girl's boyfriend up in a tree and dropped him in front of her dead, covered in blood. I mean, that's
pretty bad.
Yeah, he was. Oh my gosh, hold on one second. We are apparently in Grand Central.
Do you think he'll ever get back to that level of bad? Do you hope? You hope he does, don't you?
I could see Damon going back to that level of bad, because I don't think he can't sustain this for another 80 episodes. There's no way. Again, there's the push and the pull. There's the good and the bad, and you have to take both of them. I mean, again, as much the capacity that Damon has to be good and selfless, Stefan has to be evil mm-hmm. and heartless. Those, I think, may flip-flop several times.
Through the 12 seasons of the Vampire Diaries that we're looking at?
Through the 50 seasons of the Vampire Diaries.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be like Degrassi, the show that Nina came off of. In season 30 or something. 30 years. Can you imagine?
There's one guy that's still been on the show the whole time.
Really?
Yeah. He's the principal now or something. He's very important now. I'm not kidding. Toward the end of the last season, we sort of tapered off and we didn't really find out what was going to happen with Andy Starr, Action News. Are we going to see her again this season?
We will see Andy Starr, Action News. We love Andy Starr. She's so awesome.
We'll see her again.
Funny and witty and beautiful, and Andy Starr makes stuff happen.
Cool. Well, I also wanted to ask you, I'm super psyched about your big ISF event over Halloween weekend. What can people expect from that?
It's going to be fun. I mean, when Kim Klingler, the ISF executive director, said we're doing a burlesque show, Halloween party for the event, I smiled. Because, fundraising is one of those things that I hate asking people for money, but I don't mind asking people for money to make a difference or to have a plan. But anything, Funerals. You ever gone to a funeral that's actually a celebration of one of the person's
Irish
life?
funeral.
They're incredible. You're actually celebrating this life as opposed to mourning it. And I think that it's proper to actually celebrate coming together, to put funds together to fund all these amazing projects, environmental, animal, educational, like all these really cool things that we get to do. That's what that money's for. So why not celebrate?
Make a party out of it.
Why not make a party out of it? I mean, life should be a party.
Will you be in costume, Ian?
I'm trying to figure out what I'm wondering. I'm trying to figure out something. I was thinking like top hat and tails could be pretty cool.
Get fancy.
Everyone walking around in bustiers. Why not?
That'll give some good pictures.
Yes.
Good pictures from this event.
It will yield good photographic evidence of fun being had.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
I love you, Cadley Mac.